I'm just going to center myself.
Right.
Perfect. Perfect. I think we nailed it.
Oh my god.
But you can sit out of the thing and let them see all this. Let them see. Hold on. X marks my spot.
Should I wait?
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Awesome. Got 2 minutes. Got 2 minutes. We're recording that way and we're starting 2, so you're good. Hey, they're saying congrats to you.
Congratulations.
They're saying congrats to you. Thank you. 1 minute out. Okay. Out. When it starts on time.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Bye-bye. Have a look, Corey. It's good. Laura, you're back up. A7. Let it go.
Let my bangs go.
deal. Just get a little bit this way. Perfect. Right. Oh, Evelyn. Please be seated. Just joking. Wow. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for being here and watching online on such a special occasion to witness the holy matrimony between two amazing people, Nicholas Harrel and Michelle Tilleman. Now, I have to admit, I am a little surprised that you're letting me run the show for you. When I texted Nick, letting him know that I could be a backup option, and then he texted me back with him wanting me to officiate, my first thought was, does Michelle know about this? And because I don't want her to kill you and then me. When I went in and I told Jesslyn that I was going to officiate your wedding, the first thing that came out of her mouth was, does Michelle know about this? But I'm truly honored to be standing up here today to be a part of this beautiful next step in the rest of your lives together. As most of you know, I'm Nick's cousin. Growing up, whenever we would get together, it was always an adventure. From back when I was real little, going to Texas to visit, where we learned from a young age how to skin a rattlesnake. Then fast forward to the two of us hiking in the mountains in Colorado, and evolving into us grabbing drinks of water at local bars in California, Arizona, and Kansas City. I would always come to you for advice on a variety of things, ranging from cooking recipes all the way to you telling me how to make a tourniquet in under a minute flat. Now here we are. I just wanted to say that you will always be my big cousin. I will always come to you for advice, and I'm so happy that you found the love of your life, Michelle. Michelle, even though I haven't known you for long, I knew that you were somebody special because of the way that Nick would talk about you. Now, having met you in person, I know that's true. I remember last October in Kansas City, Jesslyn and I stayed up late talking to Nick about life, love, and everything in between. That's when we first really heard the story about the beautiful girl next door that he had completely fallen for. He was telling us about how wonderful you are and was speaking directly from his heart. Whenever I would previously talk to Nick, it would often be about things and experiences in the past. But that night, instead of talking about the past, he was talking about his future and what lies ahead with you. And that's when we knew that he was all in with this relationship. And that leads us to where we are today. You both are all in, and that's why we're here. Michelle, I speak for all the family when I say welcome. Earlier, I asked both of you to share with me the origin story of your relationship and the evolution of your love for each other. Nick lived next to Michelle's family and got to know her parents first. After getting to know them, it was actually Michelle's mom who told Nick that he was a catch and should date Michelle. Nick says he saw Michelle for years next door on her porch, and she was always nice, and her kindness stood out. The first time he really noticed her was when they both were outside and they were both going to church at the same time. It piqued his interest, and he saw it as a chance to get to know her even better. Since up until then, it had all been fleeting conversations, not lasting more than a few minutes. That all changed the night Nick was invited over to their house and had a drink with her parents. Michelle's mom then told him to stay until she got home from work. When Michelle got home and started talking to Nick, it was the spark that ignited the fire. From Michelle's point of view, one of the first memories that stood out was when her parents got COVID. Nick told her that he had been taking medical classes and gave her a blood oxygen reader that they could use. How kind. It was then she saw how kind and generous he really was. A week later, when she went to return it to Nick, she remembered having a great and long conversation. Until that point, she had thought Nick seemed a little nervous to talk to her, with here and there conversations, but that day the conversation flowed out so well, and after that she started looking for him a little bit more each day. His comings and goings. Her interest arose when they started having conversations that got increasingly longer. She also fondly remembers the night that she came home from work, and Nick was randomly at her house having a glass of wine with her parents. In fact, she says her mom handed her a glass of wine as you two were walking out to the porch and also handed her a mint. If there's one lesson to be learned, it's that Michelle's mom needs to get into the matchmaking business. Through the time you've known each other, you have already created beautiful memories together. Cherish those memories. Look to the future, but never forget to be present in the moment with each other. I took this line from the movie Kung Fu Panda, which is probably taken from somebody else, but it's relevant, so bear with me here. And it goes like this. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow, a mystery. But today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. The older you get, you measure time in different ways than when you were a child. When you are little, an hour or a day seems like an eternity. Then you get older, and you begin to measure time in months and then in years. Not long into adulthood is when you start to realize that the older you get, the faster time goes, to where you will start measuring time in decades. You come to realize that time upon this earth is short. And this is the reason why you must view every moment together as a gift. So each moment is a time to be thankful for each other, a time to celebrate together, and a time to love one another through God's eyes. To understand that concept means that every moment you have together is a beautiful blessing. And right now, with the both of you standing here on the beach, there has never been a more beautiful moment in your lives. I also asked Michelle and Nick what they love about each other, and I'd like to share some of that with you now. Michelle, Nick says the first time he talked to you, he saw your compassion, humor, and personality. He says, and I quote, "Talking to her was as easy as breathing. From that time on, I was in love, and I knew that she was the one." Nick, Michelle loves your sense of humor and your wit, your smartness, and you're the most kind-hearted man that she knows. With all the favorite things and love that you feel for each other, it's no wonder that you are standing here today. Marriage is a gift from God. Now, I will say, for all the good times ahead, there will also be some hard times that you both will need to navigate through together. Nick, there will be times where Michelle will need your humor, wisdom, and kind-heartedness more than anything. And Michelle, there will be times where Nick will need your kindness, faith, and humor, and love to help him through. It's during these times that you always want to remember the small things are actually the most important. Which leads me back to the saying, the past is history. When an argument happens, don't let it come between you. Learn how to heal and forgive and never go to bed angry. Tomorrow is a mystery. Tomorrow is a new beginning to build upon your faith and relationship. Take advantage of the tomorrows and keep dreaming together about what the future holds. Today is a gift. Be intentional about how you treat and speak to each other each day. Build each other up. Make time for each other, which can be as simple as having a Bible study in the morning or eating dinner together after a long day. And say I love you to each other in the moment. Marriage is built on a foundation of small moments together. Building upon that foundation over weeks, months, years, and decades will create a loving bond that will help you weather the storms and only strengthen over time. Now, at this time, Nick and Michelle have wanted to say some words to each other. So let's start with you, Nick.
Michelle, I've had a mosaic of life. You've always been my missing puzzle piece. I didn't know it, but I'm so happy about it. You made me laugh. You made me cry. In a good way. You're just amazing. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you. You're so amazing. When I look in your eyes, I feel comfortable. I feel secure. I feel happiness and joy. And I'm so excited to spend the rest of my life with you.
Heck yeah.
Thank you. Michelle mentioned when we first met in person at the airport that since she had started dating Nick, it's been like jumping out of an airplane and building the parachute together on the way down. But you did it together. The most important part about marriage is that it means no matter what life throws your way, you have a partner who has agreed to walk through it with you. You have each other for the good and the bad, the hills and the valleys, the ups and the downs, the joys and the sorrows, the big and small moments. Through it all, you're making a promise today that you're committed to loving each other through faith. And now, we come to the vows for each other. Speak loud. We all want to hear you.
Okay.
All right.
Nick,
Yep.
repeat after me.
Okie dokie.
I, Nick,
I, Nick,
take you, Michelle,
take you, Michelle,
to be my lawfully wedded wife.
to be my lawfully wedded wife.
I promise to love you,
I promise to love you,
comfort you, honor and keep you
honor and keep
in sickness and in health,
you in sickness and in health.
till death do us part.
Till death do us part.
Michelle, repeat after me. I, Michelle, take you, Nick,
I, Michelle, take you, Nick,
to be my lawfully wedded husband.
to be my lawfully wedded husband.
I promise to love you,
I promise to love you,
comfort you,
honor and keep you
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
till death do us part.
till death do us part.
And now, may I please have the rings? Yep. All right, we got it. Nick, take this ring and place it on Michelle's finger. All right. Doesn't fall.
That one.
And repeat after me. I give you this
I
ring
give you this ring
as a symbol of my love,
as a symbol of my love,
my faith,
my faith,
and my commitment to
my
you,
commitment to you,
now and forever.
now and forever.
Now, Michelle, take this ring and place it on Nick's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love,
I give you this ring as a symbol of my love,
my faith,
my faith,
and my commitment to you,
and my commitment to you,
now and forever.
now and forever.
Yeah.
And now, by the power vested in me by the American Marriage Ministries, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Nick, you may now kiss the bride. Face the crowd. And now will everyone please join me in welcoming for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Nick and Michelle Harrel. Don't wanna go.